Hello, friends. I want to share something really interesting with you, and it kind of is a commentary on the great benefits of AI, but also its limitations and also its biases. So this morning, I went on one of the search engines, large language models, and asked the following question. I said, some interpretations of the Big Bang origin of the universe say that the universe has existed as infinite all along, except that prior to its birth, there was no time. That at the conclusion of the Planck epoch, time began. Can you explain this in simple language? So here's the answer that came. This is a complex topic, but I'll try to explain it in simpler terms. Number one, the Big Bang and infinity. Some interpretations of the Big Bang Theory suggest that the universe has always been infinite in size. This means that even before the Big Bang, the universe wasn't necessarily small or confined to a single point. Instead, it was already infinitely large, but in a different state. No time before the Big Bang. The idea that there was no time before the Big Bang is a challenging concept. It doesn't mean that time was ticking backwards or standing still. Rather, it suggests that time as we understand it simply didn't exist. It's like asking what's north of the North Pole. The question doesn't make sense because north stops having meaning at that point. The Planck epoch and the beginning of time. The Planck epoch refers to the earliest known period of the universe, lasting from the moment of the Big Bang to approximately 10 to the power of minus 43 seconds after it. Scientists theorize that at the end of this incredibly brief epoch, time as we know it began to exist. Simplified explanation. Imagine the universe as an infinite ocean. Before the Big Bang, this ocean was frozen solid. The Big Bang was like suddenly unfreezing this infinite ocean, allowing waves, matter, energy, and time to start moving. The Planck epoch was the moment when the ice just started to melt. And at its conclusion, the waves, including time, could finally start to flow freely. This interpretation helps us understand how the universe could be both infinite and have a beginning. It's not that the universe expanded from a tiny point to become infinite, but rather that it was already in and that an already infinite universe changed its state, allowing time and the physical laws as we know them to come into existence. Okay, then I asked many other questions, and basically the answers were kind of ambiguous. I did ask, is some of this incomprehensible by the human mind? So here's the answer. Many aspects of the universe's origin and nature are indeed challenging for the human mind to grasp fully. Our everyday experiences and intuitions are based on the macroscopic world governed by classical physics, while the early universe and fundamental particles operate according to quantum mechanics um, and general relativity. Then I did ask questions about the singularity and if can be reconciled with outside of space-time, and it wouldn't give me a clear answer. But then I did ask further, are these theories mathematical, based on models, observations? But basically, are theories, cosmic theories, regarding the origin of universe first mathematically conceived in human consciousness? Gave me an ambiguous answer. It said, in summary, while mathematical models are crucial in developing cosmic theories, there's no clear evidence from these search results that such theories originate first mathematically in human consciousness before being applied to the physical universe. The relationship between consciousness and cosmological theories remains an area of ongoing philosophical and scientific debate. I further pursued, I didn't let it go. Are not all models created in human consciousness? And finally, I got what I needed. You raised an excellent and thought-provoking point. Indeed, you are correct. Origin of models. All models, scientific or otherwise, are indeed created within human consciousness. They are products of human thought, imagination, and reasoning. Human cognition. Our understanding of the universe, including all scientific theories and mathematical models, originates from human cognitive processes. These include observation, analysis, intuition, and logical reasoning. Abstraction and representation. Models are abstract representations of reality that we create to understand and explain the world around us. They exist first as concepts in our minds before being expressed through mathematics, language, and other forms of representation. There's an interplay between mind and reality. While models originate in consciousness, they are typically developed in response to observations of the physical world. Well, aren't observations in consciousness. The universe may have aspects that are beyond our current ability to conceptualize and model. Collective consciousness. Scientific models often evolve through collective efforts, representing a kind of collective consciousness of the scientific community. Philosophy of science. This question touches on important states in the philosophy of science, such as the nature of scientific knowledge and the relationship between our theories and realities. And your observation highlights an important aspect of scientific inquiry while we strive to understand objective reality. No such thing, in my opinion. Our understanding is inevitably shaped by human consciousness and cognition. This underscores the importance of critical thinking, peer review, and the constant refinement of our models based on new evidence and insights. You can see that AI is biased towards a strictly naive realism interpretation of reality. We can see that from these answers. And I finally did go one step further. I said, does all this conversation kind of imply what Freeman Dyson said? God is what mind becomes when it passes the threshold of our understanding. Is that what God is? And how does that apply to all these models? And it gave me a very roundabout answer, but it did indeed agree that Freeman Dyson and others who are more theologically inclined do agree that the Big Bang Theory implies a divine origin. Let me know what your thoughts are. If by divine we mean beyond the limits of human comprehension, and also a thinking that occurs outside of space and time. Let me know your thoughts.